As you know, we make do. Business is good, as they say.
Business is booming. Good douche.
Welcome back, everybody, to the FnB Podcast.
Yeah.
I believe this is episode
7.
Excellent. Lucky number 7. Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Dope.
7 is my favorite number to write. This shit sounds weird in my head.
Real 3 is my favorite number to write. Yeah, it's a little robotic.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, Jamaal. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, bro. You left the hood, so I mean,
I made it out of the ghetto.
it's all good. Dang. No, that's stuff though. How was your week? How's the 4 seasons treating you? How's everything so far?
Excellent. Everything's 5-star.
Perfect.
You know?
Perfect.
Great thing about the place is their support, and they do really their best to make you feel like your family and that you're with your family. But the main thing is they have so much support.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
From the bottom to the top, be it from the bussers to the directors to the corporate. That's a great thing. That's what makes it probably one of the, if not the leading hotel company in the world.
Facts.
They're
I mean,
amazing.
the benefits alone are
Yeah.
excellent. So I mean,
So I'm very blessed. Very blessed. Soon you'll be back, Jamaal.
I'm trying. I'm slowly but surely.
We're all we're trying for you as well,
Appreciate that.
dude.
Bro.
Yeah, even me. I was like 2-time employee of the month, dude. Just like I'm trying to get the gears turning.
That's right.
So yeah, how's your FnB? You said you got a little short changed the other day. I assume.
Yes.
Yeah?
It was on a slower week, I guess you could say FnB wise. I just had uncles or whatever. Just September, so.
September is typically, I think, everywhere is the slowest.
Kai said Waikiki is actually still a little pretty decent, but it's Waikiki though, so at the same time.
Yeah.
But low reservations Friday night, but it picked up. Had this lovely party of 4. It was just 4 older ladies, I'll say. They come in. I watch them sit down. I'm like, all right, let me give them a minute or so. Go over there. Before I even could say anything, she's like, oh, wait. Can we have some time on the menu, please, sir? I was like, oh, so already I was like, all right, that's a strike 1.
That's a red flag. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, crap. So I was like, oh, will we care for some waters or anything while we are looking at the menu?
So this is after you gave them a minute? Like, you could have been
Yeah,
faster
so
to talk
I
to them?
watched them get sat. I usually just let people, linger for a little minute.
Yeah.
For sure. Watched them get sat, came up. Before I could even say anything, they just stopped me and was like, whoa, you, Jamaal, slow down there. And I was like, oh, shit.
Not a good sign, but...
Yeah, so boom. I get them waters. Good. I'm like, all right. At that time, they're still looking at the menu. Picked up in the restaurant a little bit more. So I have like maybe 4 or 5 more tables.
Wow.
Technically I got body that night, bro. I had like a 6, a 10, and another 6, and I had like 2 or 3 bar tables because the bartender was getting body too.
Yeah.
So
it's a nice little beat down for a minute.
Of course, as soon as they sit down, that's when it picks up. Anyways, I walk by, I'm talking to my guests, I look in the corner of my eye, and I just see this lady just hand up in the air, looking at me, just waving.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn, that's strike 2 on me now because I'm late. So
Yeah. It always works out like that where they're like, give me a minute, and then it has to be on their time exactly.
Mhm.
You give them a minute, they're like, we need to be slower, and then yeah, then they're ready when they're like.
So I was ready, like, dang, I'm behind all that. Come there, like, oh, can we order, please? I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
My bad, of course. They ordered some appetizers. Then they got like calamari, poke tower, or something.
The typical shit. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, all right, let it go. Boom. They didn't want to order entrees. Walk to another table. I see the hand go up with the drink menu this time, and they're waving it. I was like, dang, that's strike number 3 for me. I'm already out. Like,
Yeah.
Can we order drinks too? I was like, all right, cool, absolutely. They wanted some virgin lychee drinks. We want lychee juice. I was like, we just have like fresh lychee puree, quote unquote.
Yeah. As a virgin, I don't think it tastes better with alcohol in it.
I went to the bartender and was like, all right, they're asking for lychee juice, but I think they just don't have like the.
They don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. So she made them like lychee drink or strawberries. They thought it was good or whatever. Cool. They ordered
5-star.
Yeah. They order entrees, straightforward. Trying to fill. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, all right, how do I get them back? Boom. Drop the. Can we get our check? Drop the check. I come back up to pick the check back up. She closed the book so fast, bro, when I was coming. But I already seen that shit. All she did was sign her name and that shit.
Oh yeah.
She was
You
just
saw
like,
the blink.
boom.
Shit.
I was like, ooh, you fuckers, like, got me real good. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
So she just left. She just signed her name and left everything blank.
Yep.
Ow.
$176. You know, it's all good though. It's
Hey, can't win them all, Jamaal.
Of course.
Yeah. Did they run out of the restaurant after they paid?
Yeah, but it was raining though, so they stopped at the front door and had to wait. So I had a good look at them, like, "Oh, bye, ladies.
Usually,
Thank you for joining us today."
and you look them straight in the eye too, like, "I'll see you later."
Mhm.
Never.
But something I experienced this whole week a lot was non-diners.
Non-diners?
It just seemed like people weren't accustomed to being in restaurants.
Oh.
I walk up to the table, try to be like, "Oh, my name is Jamaal. I'll be taking care of you." Just get blank stares. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I just dislike that. I'm just like, "Oh, what's going on over
Have
there?"
you never eaten at a restaurant before? You know, like someone comes up and greets you and asks for a drink.
Just blank stares. Just, all right, I'll get you some water to get started with. I'll be back. Like,
Yeah.
I had a bunch of those and teenagers, so it was just a good mix. But the money was decent, though. I can't complain.
Okay, that's good. As long as you're paying your bills.
For sure.
Because that worries me when you're saying all the non-diners.
It's just like
$0 a teenagers.
So you guys want appetizers?
No.
Oh, absolutely. No. I'll be back in a few minutes and answer some questions.
Water's good?
I probably just like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. So, yeah. All right. So that's one thing I was going to say about, like, do you remember, okay, what to you, like, how you talking about, like, you're knowledgeable about food and beverage and dining. What makes, like, a good characteristic of a server? You know, like, have you had a dining experience recently where you were given great service, where you're like, that was exemplary?
Oh, of course. I had 2 guests, excellent white couple, seen them. I was like, perfect. The host, Lily, really kind of like talked me up to them. So they're like, "Oh, Jamaal, we heard you give great service." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be a good experience for you both."
That's awesome.
And, a couple of jokes here and there. Boom. The guy was talking about the White River. He was asking questions about it. I was describing it. I was like, "Yeah, we serve it at the Four Seasons I used to work at." As soon as I said that, they kind of like automatically were like, "Oh shit, you worked at the Four Seasons." And then as soon as I said I came from Four Seasons Lanai, they were even more like, "Oh, we went to Lanai back in the fucking 70s and shit."
Yeah.
Real good connection, real easy service and shit like that. But the food came out timely. They even went up to the manager, was like, "Oh, we had a great experience and stuff." So yeah.
Yeah, making things seamless. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoy having like good guests that I can connect with for sure.
Yeah. That's good. And that's the main thing, is being personalized, you know? And I understand where with uncles, the training manual and everything about what they're trying to say is like make it feel like it's your family and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I think that's what every place strives for. If you go to any restaurant, they'll say that, like, make it like personalized. Just make it efficient as well.
I want to say the Four Seasons slogan or whatever is like customized, like personal guest experience and shit like that.
It's all about that, because that's what 5-star is you accommodate the guest.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it better is, yeah.
How about our, we just had a training or like a test training on Saturday. It was very 5-star. Key points were given out, tips and tricks.
You mean world star training at Uncle's? No, you know, one of my favorite question on that. So my favorite, okay, this, I didn't even get to talk to you about this because we left immediately and I haven't seen you since. After we did that training, everyone was stressing about the menu test before we took the menu test. We took the menu test, and one of the questions is how much oysters is in a dozen oysters.
Yeah, the menu test was very childish. I felt like
I was just like, are you serious?
I put 11 plus 1 just to be an asshole.
I put baker's dozen ?
Nice.
Dude, I got to that point, I was like, I don't care. I was like worried that I'll get like
Actually, a
demoted.
couple people failed because I was there when Richard was like, "Oh, you got to go to the pier to take the test again." And shit.
Ooh. Okay, we'll talk about it off air. Never mind. That is, what was the failing score? Like 90 or something?
I don't know, but a couple people failed. Like,
oh shit. I wonder if I'm one of them, but I just haven't been there since.
He was mentioning them like just out loud to the group and shit. But I'm pretty sure you're good.
Oh yeah, I figured I was good.
Almost all, even Jaren passed. So I mean, almost all the waiters and everybody was good.
He'd even put his name on it.
SAT question 900 points. Your name.
Yeah. And then, of course, like that whole mock service, I was very grateful that I wasn't like this server for the mock service because I wouldn't be able to handle that.
Honestly, I was ready to be like, "Oh, I'll do it," but
Thank God.
She went up, and it was just like I already knew that was gonna be.
Oh, that was just. I was glad for entertainment. It was like dinner and a show, right? I was just like, great.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that training was good. Definitely different because their standard. Because a standalone restaurant like that, their standards are different.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, at a place like a hotel, like a Marriott, even a corporate restaurant, or even like Four Seasons, like they have like more of a Bible philosophy where
For sure.
there's something that they refer to, and I
Even
think
at
that's even better.
Cheesecake, they have like a whole training Bible and stuff.
Yeah, even like when I worked at Bonefish, they have like their corporate standards, which is all pretty much the same as Cheesecakes or Marriott or
Yeah.
anywhere that you'd work. It's just when it's like a mom and pop kind of restaurant like that, they make the rules, and so sometimes the rules can be kind of funny because it's personal preference.
The thing is, yeah, I think it's just the size because like TGI Fridays is gonna have a whole corporate team that's managing all the restaurants around wherever they're at, United States or whatever and shit.
Like
compared to where I work at, it's just one boat captain and a couple workers and shit. And
Yeah, we're on a boat together.
Exactly.
We could all fit on the same boat. That's how much people work there, you know? If we really wanted to, but I don't think anyone wants to do that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So one thing that I realized that I'm not the best at now, I'm a little rusty with Japanese people. You know?
For sure. You definitely deal with them more in that Colina
Like tourism.
top. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's specifically tourism area for sure.
Yeah. So I actually thought of a funny. So I have a couple I love Japanese people edition, and it is the best. Oh, hi, shimasu. It is so funny. You will grab your pants afterwards and before. But
The Japanese edition.
yeah. So I used to work at a steakhouse before at the Marriott. So at the Marriott timeshare, it was 25% of the timeshare owners were Japanese, right?
Okay.
And of course, there's so much linguistic difference. It's hard to communicate. But I had one of the best experiences I thought about the other day. So what happened is this Japanese guy comes up to me and he goes, spaghetti. And I'm just like, steak. And he's like, spaghetti. And I'm just like, cow. And he did it again. He's like, spaghetti? And I'm like,
with a question mark.
yeah, like still, yeah, like, is it spaghetti? Like, steak? Are you saying it a different way? And I'm just saying, like, then, dude, I did the dumbest thing ever. I was probably like 19 at the time. I was like, moo. And he just looked at me like, and turns around and walks away, dude.
Fucking American.
Yeah. I think he wanted like Italian food or something, but we were at a steakhouse, you know?
Heck yeah.
But I was like, I can't believe. I thought about it the other day because I was like, oh my God, I mooed at a Japanese guy. Like, what if my manager at the time like knew that I did that? I'd be like fired. Because I was trying to tell him like steak, and then I'm like, these Japanese people, because if you look up at onomatopoeias, like the sounds that the words are the same. So like a chicken, like for us, we go kakururodu. In Japanese, it's like kukakakadedadu. Like it's like
same gist in that sense. Well, they hear the same sound, of course.
Yeah. So in Japanese, is the moo like moo? yeah, moo. Yeah, so like a samurai moo. Yeah, like hi moo.
Moo.
Yeah. So I just had all those thoughts. It was just a bad experience for that man, and I feel bad because he probably spent a lot of money like coming to Hawaii, and he's like a timeshare owner and everything. So yeah, I have 3 I love Japanese people edition.
Excellent. After that, I have a story that actually Kai told me today about a Japanese guest actually freaking out at his restaurant.
Oh,
So,
well,
but-
actually, I'm gonna hear that first.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, so I thank you, sir. I guess his fellow waiter, Kai had like 7 tables. It's early morning or something like that, or afternoon, so they're short staffed. Kai had like 7 tables. Other waiter had like 7 tables. Super busy, and I guess the Japanese family asked for bread for their service or whatever and shit.
Yeah.
The server never brought the bread. Asked again. Asked multiple times. Then I guess he got up, looked around the restaurant, or I guess looked around his waiter's section, noticed that all of his foreign guests did not have bread, but all of like the American guests had bread.
The English-speaking
Yeah.
people. Oh no.
Kai said he freaked out and was like, "We want the bread. Where's the bread? They got bread. The white has bread, but we don't have bread." Like, yo, like this guy is racist. Like, literally was shouting in the restaurant, dog.
And what happened? What happened?
He didn't. I don't even fucking remember, but
So he was just mad as fuck about
yeah,
not getting bread.
He stood up, like yelled out loud so everybody could hear. I didn't have any bread, but the Caucasian guests or the American guests all had bread in that sense.
Wow.
Pretty wild, pretty funny. I was laughing at the time, like, damn.
I mean,
Called
that,
the guy racist, and the guy was like, management said from now, just drop bread on everybody, just fucking.
yeah. And it kind of takes a lot to get called racist by someone that doesn't speak English. You know,
For the
especially like a
Japanese guy to
nice
set up like that, just to stand up and be like, man, fuck this oppression. Like,
Yeah. I am tired of this oppression.
Exactly.
Where the fuck is my bed?
Like, yeah. And he
Yeah.
literally went from table to table like, they got bread. Like, yeah.
She has bread. Where the fuck is my bed? Yeah, and it takes a lot for a Japanese person to like freak out because they're pretty calm for the most
Yeah,
part.
I
You
mean-
know, if they start off calm, they're usually calm for the most part.
For true.
Yeah. Okay, so because I love Japanese people so much, I want to go to Japan so much.
Same.
I love sushi and everything, so this is just a natural fit. I love Japanese people edition. Hi. Shimas. All right, so I love when I wake up in the middle of the night because I forgot something for a really nice Japanese table and they didn't re-ask because they were so nice.
Exactly.
You know?
I love those flashbacks. Like, oh fuck, I forgot this guy's fucking water. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm at home smoking. Like,
Or yeah, like I'll be sleeping, I'll wake up at like 2 in the morning, like, oh my God. Because they're so nice, they won't re-ask. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of like, if I didn't bring it, they're just okay with it. And they still like take care of me. I mean, I've gotten a lot better, but when I was younger, like working at a steakhouse before, when I was like 20, 21, I was still learning like the ropes and everything. And I was a forgetful kid,
for
you
sure.
know?
Just straws, sodas, anything little.
Yeah,
for
anything that didn't cost money, I would forget for the most part. So, yeah, that has made many sleepless nights. Hey.
That is the best when you just think back like randomly out of nowhere. Oh shit, I forgot this guy. Whatever it is.
His lemons.
Like just like, oh fuck, my bad, bro. Like 10 hours later.
That lady really needed her straw. Fuck. I ruined her day.
Waiter consciousness.
Yeah. And then you feel like really bad about it too sometimes.
Don't you hate when people are afraid to ask? Like, it's
Yeah.
my job also to get you the shit that you need. Like, please don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not that intimidating. Why didn't you want to ask me in the first place?
I really don't
I
mind
feel
getting
offended.
you more cheese or whatever. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, or if you have to like kind of push them to ask for what they're gonna ask for, they're like, "Well, no, it's okay." And I'm like, "No. What can I? You know, what,
Yeah.
if I can do it, I'll do it." And they're like, "It's okay." I mean, you can just tell it'd make their day a little bit better.
yeah, for sure.
And I want to do that. In the
Especially
long
if you're
run.
nice people.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Exactly. And usually the nice people will be the ones that won't want to ask. The mean people will be the ones that will ask bluntly, straight up. The nice people will not want to ask, and that's the people will want to do it for. Yeah, and then it usually makes their day as well. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
good.
for sure.
It's a nice little thing. This is good. I love when servers don't know their audience and they go through their normal spiel and explain the menu to Japanese people who have no idea what
It
they
is
are saying, dude.
Blank stare. Just
And they're just like, we have Parmesan mahi mahi this evening. It's served with a 6-ounce fillet and broccoli and rice on the side. And the people are just staring at him still like, we didn't understand a word. Sorry.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. Mahi mahi. Just repeat one word back. You're like, yeah, mahi mahi. Yeah. Because that happens a lot more often than you would think. And it's just kind of server IQ, I guess.
For true. I mean, experience is the only way they'll be able to know how to judge their audience because they experienced this kind of guest before in that sense. After my introduction,
Yeah.
if they don't say anything, then I already know, like, okay, they don't speak English.
Yeah. Or if they're just like, put a finger up in the air, like, beer.
Exactly.
Like,
okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page then, all right? We're going to do some Japanese sign language to each other. Like, oh, okay, and one.
But
yeah.
I love when Japanese people just talk, Japanese to you. Like you totally understand, like, sukara.
Sukura shikedaru.
Like, I'm like staring, like,
Yeah. Okay, so this is same thing, but on the other side of the pendulum. I love when I go up to a Japanese table and I say, hello, in a super Japanese way, and they turn around and say, hello,
It's like-
back, like super normal English. Like, I'm like, oops.
good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Hello, how are you today, sir? Like, oh, fuck, I just look so stupid.
Fellow
by-
American. Good to
yeah,
see you.
yeah. Like, we're from San Francisco, actually.
We're not even Asian, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, we're Asian Americans. That's racist. But like, I've done it multiple times where I'll just go up and I'm just like, hello, like super like Japanese way, and it's just like, that's not the real me. I'm sorry.
That shit's real, bro. That's so dope.
I'm not that amped in real life, actually. I'm a normal guy.
Exactly.
I'm sorry for putting you through that shame.
That's true. That's true.
And then I wondered, like, how much times do they get that? You know, how much times do they go places and people are just like talking to them as if they don't understand English, and they're just, "Hi, how are you?"
Oh, me and my girlfriend talk about it all the time, but there's just a look. American Asian people look different from like full-blooded Asians or like Asians from Japan or China. Or
Yeah.
in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, you get tricked sometimes, dude.
No, very true, 100%.
Yeah.
But like even my girlfriend looks like just like I guess you could say local girl, but just regular local Asian.
Yeah, yeah. Even same thing, like sometimes, you know, certain white people and black people too, you know, like you can think
for
that this
sure.
guy's African and then he's from like freaking
North
North.
Cincinnati, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like, and then same thing with white people, you're like, come up and say, "Hi man, how you doing?" And they're just speaking like God knows what
They were
language
fucking
back.
it's just mates from Australia, bro. Just like, oh shit.
Yeah. Or they speak Spanish back like, "Oh man, I don't even know what part of Mexico you're from."
Hey, people from Spain, bro, they have that lighter skin though, for sure. Like the true Spanish.
Yeah, dude. And see, even some like Argentine people too, like some South Americans, because it's like frozen down there, dude. There's like those big walruses and shit.
Mhm.
They get pretty fair skin. They're like German, but they speak Spanish.
My mom's fucking Jamaican and Chinese, bro, and people think she's Spanish. Like we've had Spanish people walk up like, "Cómo se llama?"
Yeah, man.
Like, I'm Jamaican and Asian, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, man.
Exactly. That was excellent Chinese, bro.
Oh. Yo, linguistics, bro. Picking up my diploma next week, actually.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell
Monday,
yeah.
Tuesday, I'm picking up my diploma.
Nice, bro. That's dope. That's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
finally. It took 8 years.
Hey, no matter, you got it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, facts.
So that was my, my little love section of the Japanese people. News this week, there wasn't too much going on. I have a couple, like, just random things.
Random fact. Same thing with me. Just like it.
Did you know, I mean, this is a little bit older, but Denver has a Go Topless Day. Did you know this?
Like Topless Tuesdays in that sense?
Yeah, where the whole city is like, it's like an ordinance where women could be topless in Denver, bro. It's on August 25th, so it passed like a month ago.
I mean,
almost.
I'm with that. Free the nipple. I agree with that in that same sense.
But you know who's going to take advantage of it? Old ladies.
Facts.
Like, if you ever go to a nudist beach, old people.
My girlfriend wants to go. I'm just like,
You don't
Staying with see, just all old small dicks and saggy titties and shit. Like, yeah.
You don't want to go, Jamaal. Trust me. Don't go. A regular beach is much better because it's old people.
Facts,
The only
facts.
people that don't care about what they're wearing is old people, and yeah, it's not a pretty sight to see.
Topless Tuesdays in Denver. I fuck with that.
The carpets do match the drapes because it's all gray. Yeah, so that's going on. Did you see about the Saudi Arabia getting that drone strike from Iran?
Yeah, and fucking gas rose.
Yeah.
Like X amount of dollars or whatever cents.
So FnB, bro, we're here. We're on the steep incline. We're up 300% this week, I believe, as well again. So we need to save the world, Jamaal.
We need to drone strike some shit.
Well, we need to think ahead of that. Energy. How do we save the world with energy, Jamaal? Do we start making wind farms, solar power? What do you think?
We need to find Tesla's coil. For the unlimited renewable energy or whatever.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you think it already exists? Do you think it's a patent that's been caught out? Because I think
Potentially, and they just, world conspiracy, government conspiracy, They
I
just
think so.
Can't have free energy.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's too large of a market and too much people will lose too much money that anything along those lines has been bought out or those people have been like assassinated.
It's
or
the same
something.
thing that the hemp industry, and going back to why fucking marijuana is illegal is just the fucking newspaper guy made up the fucking articles or whatever.
Complete bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the same way. It's like half conspiracy but half understandable at the same time. You know?
Sure. For sure.
Yeah, so that's the main kind of news from this week. There's been a lot of other random stuff. The vaping is a big thing, but
yeah, I've seen like a bunch of people have been dying. I guess I don't really necessarily think it's like the liquid. I think it's just whatever the product is, like maybe the metal or something. I haven't researched it at all.
yeah.
But some people are like, don't smoke the marijuana vapes and shit. I'm like, it's not really probably that. It's probably just like whatever's in there that's like the filter or whatever.
It's from bad places and bad sources, Like
okay.
I think it's
Thailand, fucking Vapes and shit.
Yeah, or just like mom and pop shit. Like some guy just makes it in his basement. Cause I've been to some tobacco shops that's just like, dude, this is sketch. It's and I would never ever buy a vape from there, and they have their like own brand.
Facts.
I think it's just like ghetto shit.
A lot of cases though, like
It's
over like
popping up.
500 in America. I know only like finite people have died, but a lot of cases of people just having illnesses and stuff for sure. Honolulu's cracking down on all game houses or in game rooms and stuff. Everybody, so to all of our local listeners,
What?
be careful when you're at the fucking game rooms and shit.
Like the gambling stuff.
Yeah, like the machines.
Yeah, the machine play game.
Yeah, like the arcade style. When I first went there, I thought it was the most interesting everything ever. Like, oh shit, fucking arcade game where you win $800 just shooting fucking fish or bugs or some shit. Like, yeah,
Wow.
super tight.
So they're cracking down on it.
Yeah, just supposedly they hit the article said they hit up fucking Mililani and Pro City's game room. I've been to the Pro City ones too,
Yeah. So the Pro City one got shut down.
supposedly.
Oh wow.
But I mean, hustlers fucking way. So
That's weird because I was talking to some people from like California and stuff, and they're just asking like, why is certain things in Hawaii so illegal? Like some things are very loose in Hawaii, like the marijuana laws and like, like how we talk about like assault charges and
Yeah,
stuff, like
for sure.
fighting and stuff is very like loose comparably to somewhere else. But then stuff like gambling is strictly illegal. Like gambling and the whole like DraftKings, how it's banned here.
maybe they don't want Hawaii, or I guess you could say maybe the natives, quote unquote, to be like, how the Indians are super big into gambling and that shit. Like,
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just putting together in my brain, maybe something like that along those lines.
Maybe it's like the Asian culture as well,
Oh, of course, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, if Hawaii was, if you can gamble in Hawaii like Vegas, bro, there'd be fucking Japanese casinos everywhere, guarantee, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Or if homesteads could have casinos on it, dude, they'd be springing up like
oh, for sure, bro.
freaking- yeah, like wildfire.
It's big ass neighborhood and then one fucking casino next to it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit's
Yeah.
dope. How's your fantasy looking this week?
I did good, but I still lost. So fantasy is all about like who you're playing. So I scored the second highest in the league, and I got an A minus. But the guy I played got an A.
So
plus.
was he the number one or whatever?
He was the number one, and I was number two. So I would have beat everyone else. And then that's what it is. It's all about matchups, So unfortunately, I lost in 2 leagues actually. And what fucked me up is Drew Brees like tore his thumb. He's out for like 2 months.
Yeah, I seen that on fucking ESPN and shit.
Yeah, because I comboed Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara. So unfortunately for myself, I lost out on a lot of points right there. Because he threw an interception and then he got hurt. So he was at negative points actually. So if I would have even got like 5 points from the quarterback position, I would have won. But unfortunately, that happened. So it's all good. It's only the beginning of the season. I got to win in every league. My whole thing is I'm very much a feast or famine kind of guy. I just want to get the first win. Once I get the first win, it's all good after that. Of course, I want to win more and more and more. But I'm just so afraid of going winless that once I get that first win, all the pressure is off. And now I can be loose. I'll play guys. I'll trust my abilities in myself, like to, understand the game of football, understand the players, what's going on. But I just need to get that first win, and then everything after that is all gravy. Because I cannot handle going winless. I'm just afraid of it.
Look
It's
at this motherfucker Logan. Oh, win this and shit. At
Yeah.
the bottom.
you ever play like beer pong, and then if you
Don't hit no cups, bro. You're like,
oh, you got to be the troll. What would they do like in Florida and shit?
oh, we just laugh at you, motherfucker.
Oh,
Matter of fact, shout out to this. Oh shit.
oh damn, beating up the mic, Jamal.
Oh snap. Shout out to this guy named Nick Novak. Met him maybe when I was in like, just graduated high school. I was playing beer pong. This random fucking apartment in Gainesville. My friend's brother's apartment and shit. Best beer pong player I've ever seen, bro. Taking shots from all over the room, sitting down on the ground, just fucking. I was like, what the fuck?
There's some LeBron James out there, bro. There's a
shout
couple
out to Nick
Jordans.
Novak, bro. This nigga was the realest dude. Yeah.
There's some fucking people you can't fuck with in beer pong, dude. They'll literally one round they just make all the
Bro,
shots. and you're
I'm
done.
decent, but I gotta get at least 2 beers in me, and I'm decent
Mm.
for at least the first. What is that? 5 cups.
Yeah,
But that last cup can get me though. I can't lie.
yeah.
You know who's good at beer pong? Girls. I feel like.
Some girls, yeah. It's some, yeah. my thing is I see myself as Tiger Woods. Once I get that stroke, dude, I'm unstoppable. Like I can keep hitting.
Okay.
But if my stroke is like off by like a centimeter or millisecond, I will
until you get it, you're just like.
Yeah, every time I doink off the side, doink off the side. But then if I get it, it goes.
Beer pong is one of the dopest games to ever be invented. Shout out to whoever fucking made that shit, but that shit's tight as fuck, bro. Like,
yeah. So like for me, like in college and everything, there'd be the troll where you have to be underneath the table and sit underneath the table for the rest of the next game, which is I think common law. Or there's that Little Mexico. There's a house called Little Mexico. You'd have to run around the house naked.
You guys have some real laws going over there, bro.
Yeah. I never lost at Little Mexico.
We're just shaming people, you know. So it's like, shame this man.
Yeah. Dude, I know there's been some other laws I can't think of right now, but mostly it's like trolling. You know, it's unfortunate and. Of course, if like water spills on the game, because it happens all the time, because people are drunk and then
like,
a couple fall over, you got
just
all
like
the water.
Just like my fucking mic that fell. Like
yeah, and you're not even drunk or anything. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah. Beer pong is one of the best. Do you ever play Ring of Fire or Stack That?
Yeah.
Like you got to bounce a cup into it and then pass it on.
Yeah, for sure. Even like
taller.
Flip cup.
Oh yeah, flip cup is the same thing. Like you can either have a stroke or you can. Some people go cold and you don't want that to happen.
It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
God.
Come on, Jamaal, please.
Yeah, I don't want to take the shot. Like,
come on, Jamaal, hurry. And you gotta drink all the other beers and shit. Yeah.
You ever played the game called Jackson 5? I didn't play it till I came to Hawaii.
No. I mean, if you explain it to me, it might be I know it's a different name. Do you know what it is?
Not on the top of my head. And there's also another drinking game called Waterfalls. We used to play them all in Lanai, just like maybe it's like a local kind of Lanai game and shit, but dope ass drinking games for sure.
Yeah. Do you ever play King's Cup where it's with the cards and stuff?
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's probably the most universal drinking game.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we should totally hold a beer pong like competition or something.
When I was in college at my community college in Florida, they had a beer pong competition at like the community center there or whatever that shit's called, fucking the main hall or some shit.
Yeah, I actually was so good at beer pong one night. I won, I think, 23 straight games. I showed up.
Oh,
dude, I was crushing, dude. I almost got to fight with 3 people that night, bro.
Yeah. Fight this man, like,
bro. They were all mad at me. That's why they're all salty. But you know what I do, Jamaal? See, I'm gonna let our valued FnB listeners know the secret to winning beer pong. Tips. Talk shit, dude.
Facts, throw them off for sure.
Throw them off their game, bro. Make them not focus on the cup. Make them like get mad at you. So I'll do harmless like jokes at them, you know. But it's poking and prodding and poking and it's like jabs, like in a boxing
chipping
match.
Away, just
yeah. Every punt, every verbal is a little jab, jab, and they just get so frustrated that they can't make that cup. And especially when it gets to that last cup, they just want to beat you so bad they can't make it. And you can see the fire in their eyes, dude. And then it kind of puts me in a like more smooth state where I'm just like, hey, you know, and I make it, and just like I keep talking trash.
It's the best when your stroke is on point because you're just like, it just has that noise.
Yeah. The scariest thing is when those people are like immune to trash talking though, and they got the stroke down with all that trash talk going on, and they're focused.
One of the scariest times is fucking when you have one cup and they say they have like 4 cups, and then they just start banging them, just boom, boom, like, oh shit, bro, it's 1-1 now. Like, you know, you knock out 4 cups off the break.
Yeah.
You're good, you're cruising, and then you're missing fuck, and then
that last cup,
they just start stroking, bro. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. Where they only made like 1 cup and you have 1 cup left, and they just start.
It's like, oh lord,
like, oh shit, it's even now. And even worse if it's like they get down to 3 and then you both miss that last cup, and then it gets down to 2 and you miss that last cup again, and now it's 1-1. It's like fuck.
1-1 is just like, oh my god.
It was 9-1. Now it's 1-1 after like 4 more rounds, dude. Yeah. And then they have something going on, like where they're high-fiving, like, you're the best, brother. I love you so much. And you and your partner are just like, you fucking idiot. Make the last cup.
Come on, bro. Hit some fucking shots, bro. Like, you first, yo, I had 6 shots already, dog. Like, where you at? Like,
you have 2. I have 6. Do the math.
You always blame your partner next. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
I actually haven't played beer pong in a while, bro. I would definitely play.
Yeah, me too.
For sure.
I definitely want to buy a house, and that'll be the first christening of the house. It's just a fatty beer pong tournament.
Facts.
Yeah, because that's best, because there's going to be nothing in the house. Just put a table, bang it out, bro.
Yeah, beer pong is super dope drinking game for sure, I would say.
Yeah. I have another segment that I want to talk about. It's called Know Your Host. It's going to be questions that, we've already asked each other questions, but I figure we have to make it official and name it a segment. And I think this is very much important for our listeners to know us a little bit better, and we're interesting guys, I hope. So I just have 2 questions I want to ask you. Obviously, you're a champion at beer pong, so that's good to know.
Facts.
Yeah. So, do you have any like heroes growing up? Did you have someone that you looked up to, either fictional or real or movie character?
Growing up, for the most part, maybe till about 16, 17, I always looked up to my older brother.
Oh,
for sure.
That's awesome.
For sure. Definitely. I don't know why. I was just like, anything my older brother did, I wanted to do at the same time. And then when I became an adult, my dad, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't get me and my parents are always cool, but I really started to understand them more, and they started to understand me more when we both were adults in that sense.
I think that happens a lot of the times with parents and stuff, when you're out of the house and everything too, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
So now, like, I've never had any problems with my parents, but now we're fucking, like, super tight, super close in that sense.
Yeah. It's that, yeah, definitely. I think that's a healthy thing to kind of have that space too.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have any heroes like fictional heroes, like, cartoonish or movie stars or something that?
No, not really.
Like idols?
Really. No. I never was a person that glorified somebody in that sense.
Yeah. Mine's is, I guess, in more of a fun way. That's awesome. Your brother and your parents and everything. Like, of course, like, growing up, I love my dad.
No, absolutely, of course.
And then now I understand, like, he's one of probably the most hardworking people that I've ever met in my life.
Ever appreciate your parents till you're fucking an adult, for sure.
Yeah, until you start working, and I'm like, holy shit, my dad works like 16 hours a day just to put food on the table. Like, I never got that concept until, like, I started doing it myself, and I was like, holy shit, this guy does this 6 days a week for 15 hours a day.
Definitely.
Like, that's unreal.
For all of our teen listeners, if we have anybody, like, restaurant people that are just starting out kind of on the younger side, you'll never really appreciate your parents until you're older and kind of where they're at in the same sense, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and they paid rent every month, dude. That's hard as fuck.
Paid rent, fed your ass, bought your ass shit, all that shit, like,
Yeah, went on family vacations and shit too. Like, how the hell did they do that?
I didn't realize my family was broke until like later. Like, oh damn, we was kind of broke. But my parents, they tried their best to make it seem like fucking,
like, it's all good.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly how my parents' philosophy was. Like, my dad always said we were scratch and sniff middle class.
Yeah, same thing. I wasn't poor by any means, of course, but I wasn't like,
balling out.
Exactly.
And when we'd go and meet, like, kids, do you ever go to, like, rich kids' houses and you're just like, what the fuck is going on here, dude?
For myself, I didn't even realize, but just thinking back, like, damn, this motherfucker had a nice ass house, bro.
Dude, I used to play baseball with some rich ass kids, dude, and they would have a new glove, bat, shoes, everything, every single season, dude. And I have the same glove that I had when I was 13, dude. Once I got to full size, I've had the same glove throughout high school, college,
got it,
dude.
like,
Bro, like, they would have new shit every year. But my hero, kind of, in a way, I just thought he was hilarious and I loved him a lot. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Dope.
Bro, like, because he is the American dream. He's an immigrant. He comes in. He works really hard at becoming the best bodybuilder in the world. Then he becomes a movie star. And then he becomes a governor.
This motherfucker did a bunch of shit like that. Tried out all fields.
Yeah, and he, like, accomplished everything. He became the biggest movie star in the world. But I just thought my favorite part is why he makes me a hero. He did it all with a goofy ass accent.
Exactly.
Dude. He gets
get to the chopper. Fucking every movie just
his lines in all the movies are so bad, but they're so good. I'm a cop, you idiots. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Like, he did it all with a goofy accent that he gets mocked at every turn, and he's still the man.
My favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is the I'm not even sure what it's called, where it's him and he's like a clone.
Oh, 12th Day.
Yeah,
bro. Or 11th Day or something like that.
That shit's tight as fuck, bro. That's what super tight movie.
Dude, we could totally do a whole thing about best Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I've seen them all, bro.
That's a tight ass movie for real.
My favorite are all the 90s ones. Beginning in 1990 till 1999, that was the best Schwarzenegger era, because it's when, like, CGI and shit started to get really good, and they were okay with explosions still.
Still at that ghetto ass point, but still getting better though.
Yeah. They still had to figure things out. Eraser is one that comes to mind in True Lies. Eraser is just my favorite because at the end of the movie, he just says, "You have been erased," and then just freaking train boom.
He's got top 10 cliche lines for sure.
Dude, he owns them all. If you think of like cheesiest lines that are the best, he has them all.
Excellent, excellent.
All right. Okay. What is the coldest temperature you have ever experienced?
Well, I'm born and raised from New York, so I couldn't tell you, but definitely something super fucking low.
Below 0? I know that's a thing now in the winter.
In that area, for sure. There's been some cold-ass days, 10 degrees, 12 degrees for sure when I was growing up in New York.
Okay, because I figured you'd ask like a generic way to say that. So then I have a second part of that question. What's the farthest north you have traveled?
Poconos, maybe?
What is that?
I think that's in Vermont.
Oh, okay.
Essentially. I have no clue.
So you have never stepped over the border, eh?
No.
Never sampled the maple syrup on the other side.
When I was in fucking elementary school, everybody had like a puppy, it was like a dog T-shirt. It was like a parody shirt, and whatever they parodied, they had dogs. So it was like, I remember this one. It was a Pokemon shirt, but it was dogs though, and that was like the huge like Canadian thing at the time. I remember that shit in elementary school. It's weird as fuck because like all the kids who ever went to Canada came back with that shirt.
Like a dog shirt.
Like a canine version of whatever they're parodying, like Friends and Pokemon, and just whatever's popular at the time, like 95, 96 and shit, whatever.
That sounds legit as fuck, though, actually.
Oh,
so
for sure.
It'd be like if you go to Japan and you come back with like an anime, like Simpsons or something.
Exactly, literally.
Okay. That's cool.
In that sense.
All right. Yeah, because me, I think the coldest temperature I've ever experienced was like 24 degrees.
That's still cold as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I know. It was in Seattle. The farthest north is I did a layover in Detroit one time, actually going to Miami.
Dope.
I just went outside the airport for about 10 minutes with slippers and shoes on.
Fuck that.
Bro, it was snowing as fuck. I don't even know what that temperature was, but my dad, at the time, had to smoke cigarettes. He was addicted to cigarettes, so he's like, we have to go outside to smoke. We go outside, it's fucking blizzarding out. And we're just wearing like Hawaiian gear, dude. Like
aloha shirt, surf shorts, fucking slippers. Like
I've never been more cold in my life.
That's real.
Yeah.
When Kai was living in Georgia when he was in his teenage years, him and his dad did literally the same exact thing. Went out cold as fuck somewhere in fucking slippers and surf shorts, and was like, everybody's looking like they're crazy. Like, the fuck?
I had no idea. I went to Seattle in September, and I thought it was going to be like 80 degrees, and I didn't bring shoes with me. My mom got so fucking mad because I only had slippers, and it would get down to like 40 degrees, dude. I'm walking around with slippers on.
Frostbite, that's like motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what the funniest part is? She never took me to the shoe store. She's like, you're going to learn.
Suffer, dog.
Yeah.
Suffer. All right. Unfortunately, I believe we hit our time.
Shit.
Everybody, it was going good too.
Yeah. I've been wanting to get to lawsuits, and other boring shit made fun, dude.
He's been waiting for that for a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, jobs, our main jobs at the moment are conflicting with our recording schedule.
Yeah.
But today's a little shorter than usual. But as always, everybody, thank you for fucking listening. FnB Podcast, Logan and Jamaal and Logan and shit. We're fucking here. We have people coming in the studio in like a minute.
Yeah. I set an alarm, and I did the most stony shit ever, where I set it for 5:50 a.m. instead of 5:50 p.m., dude. Fuck.
I did that before when I had to wake up for my breakfast shift, bro. Like, oh shit, I thought my alarm went off. Oh, 6:30. That's 6:30 p.m. Like, oh shit.
Fuck, I did 5:50 a.m. and I was double checking to make sure it was p.m. and I didn't. God damn it. All right, well, thank you so much, everybody.
Next week, everybody. We'll have a full episode next week for sure.
Yeah, FnB episode 7, Stitcher Smart Radio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, rate, review,
sure.
5 stars.
Please and thank you. Shout out to everybody in Detroit, California, fucking New York, Florida.
Yeah, thank you so much. Tell
Hawaii
your friends.
listeners, everybody.
Yeah, we're having a good time doing this. I hope you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Hope you learned something.
Please hit us up too. We
Yeah.
want to talk to people and communicate with our fans and stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we enjoy doing the podcast, and we hope that you enjoy listening to us, and we love and appreciate everything. We're going to keep plugging away, just building and building. And we've been building, and we're going to build some more and
For real, fuck yeah.
see where it goes from there,
Hell
and
yeah.
check us out, Google Play as well. The main thing is Apple Podcasts 5-star reviews. That helps us get into a larger algorithm, larger platform that gets more ears, more eyes. We'll be starting a YouTube channel soon as well.
Hopefully by episode 10. Hopefully episode 10 being the first video episode.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Because I'm saving some shit for the episode 10 or for the
first video episode.
Yeah,
like.
yeah. I got some shit where I'm gonna go wild.
That's lit. All right, everybody, we gotta go. But till next week. Chee.
Chee.